Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for the Grand Finals. We are in North America. There is no map advantage. The only advantage is the fact that you had one less chance of being eliminated. So it comes down to this simple best of 7. Excuse me, still a little sick because it is winter and I'm in the UK and it is cold. On the left, coming in from the upper bracket, it is going to be Mutants. They were able to put on a clinic on their way here. And on the right, coming from the lower bracket and looking to get revenge on the team that sent them there in that upper bracket final, it is Nightmare. Legendary team. Both of these teams have accolades under their belt already. Looking at these early bans, going to be seeing Star-Lord, Hela, and Iron Man banned out. The Iron Man banned out because that Incredible Hulk has been saved by Nightmare. But because we've seen that Iron Man removed, it's unlikely we will see the Hulk here, as Hogs certainly seems to have a preference for the Venom. Speaking of which, getting a buff. I'm sure Hogs is very pleased. Cloak and Dagger also receiving a buff in the future. The people who are getting nerfs, Hela and Hawkeye. Very interesting. One of them banned out, the other not picked here. We are heading in for our game number 1. This is the best of 7s. It's going to be a bit of a marathon for me. I took several years off of casting and we're just back into it right away. But let us introduce our players. Playing the Cloak and Dagger as their Loki has been banned out. Nightmare remembering what happened last time. It is going to be Huxvey. Huxvey played an incredible Loki last time. Gets removed as a target ban this time, and it's honestly well deserved. We have Apathy. Going to be playing that Wolverine. It has been a game changer in the games up to now. SJP will be bringing out the Lunar Snow. Vinny is going to be rocking the Groot. That strangling prison can be insane here. Djalia on the Moon Knight. Djalia and Ryan Mazing have been having their own little personal rivalry leading up to this in that upper bracket finals. And TTK is going to be on the Doctor Strange. They are Mutants. That feels just mean to say. On the right-hand side, already being forced off the points, but having a chance to regroup and reset, it is going to be Nightmare, with Super Gomez picking up, and KO already onto Huxvey. They are playing the Psylocke. Currently respawning, it is Rymazing. They are playing the Moon Knight. Karova on their own character, who has received several target bans from teams up to now. They are going to be playing the Adam Warlock. Hogs going to be on that Venom. They are crazy aggressive, and it works. They really keep the pressure on, give their team space. Gasklin going to be on that Doctor Strange, and Anamori will be holding it down with the Mantis. Apathy already going to be down and respawning, as the point has been taken. Mutants were able to drive Nightmare off the point, but the actual point has been picked up by Nightmare. That little ticker at the start. You can see there the frenzied descent coming in from the Venom. Getting a lot of pressure on at this early stage. Already, we're seeing a bit of a swap out. Rymazing, as happened in their previous matchup, seemingly out-dueling Djalia on that Moon Knight, forcing Djalia to switch on to one of their other top picks. In this case, it is going to be the Namor. And there is no shame in that, because Djalia's Namor is absolutely Kraymore. I feel bad about that joke. Hand of Khonshu came out from Rymazing, not able to pick anyone off here. Huxvey was able to keep everyone topped up. That is a crazy Horde of Protean. Karova is down. Super Gomez is down. Karova is respawning with the Cocoon, but the position is being picked up. Double the revives coming out with a couple of revival from Karova, but that's going to be a 3-man stun as Gasklin does die just in time to be revived, but immediately picked up again. Aramori, though, is still in this fight as Djalia is dove once again by Hogs, but this time Hogs is focused down, but they do take out Djalia. Afraid of the damage for the tank there. Huxvey helping SJP take out Aramori, and we're going to see Mutants taking control. Vinny has swapped from their Groot onto their own Venom. These two teams have matched each other so many times. We almost see like the contest to see who can play the individual characters better, and then we'll see adjustments like we already talked about. Seeing Djalia swapping onto that Namor to adjust their composition. Right, amazing though. Standing firm, going to be sticking with that Moon Knight. Here comes the feast from the abyss as Vinny forced to swing away though. Not the best swing, caught by Loki's staff. Trying to focus onto Hogs. Hogs able to get out, but Abasti's already been taken down. The Dance of the Butterfly doing good damage. Picking out two members, but the rest of Nightmare already being cleared out. Amazing, able to escape Super Gomez. Just flanking around right now with the Psychic Stealth. Trying to get on the rotation and does so beautifully. Super Gomez. Like an assassin in the night. Poking in, taking shots. 90% currently for Nightmare. 60% for Mutants. Order Proteus coming out, gets amazing, and Korova barely standing at this point, forced to retreat as Venom comes back in. Vinny giving them a little bit of grief as amazing is dropping low, has the healing, but is focused down, Korova down at the same time as Gasklin is returning from base. 76% right now for Mutants. They have been able to retake control. 80%. No portal opportunity. There's not really a lot of time to cast him, but it looks like Gasklin may be about to do so. He's going to risk the time. He's moving back with his team. This way, they can make it onto the point. If any of them go down, maybe they'll get a chance to respawn. Where's the portal going? 95. Gotta drop it down. 96. 97. They make it through. They're not through. They make it through onto the overtime. Barely touching that. Leaving it to the last possible second. Gasklin wiped off the face of the map by Apathy, showing the power of this Wolverine to take out these tanks. Overtime ticking down, though, as the members of Mutants are still holding the board with that man advantage. They are burning through the members here. Korova taken out by Djalia as the overtime is ticking down, but they're still holding it. Hogs tried to buy time. Gasklin can't make it back. And round one of map one goes over to Mutants. Strong performance. Very strong performance. We're heading to throne room of this Royal Palace match. Are we going to see any swap arounds? Aramori doing their classic tech. I'll show it off every time because I think it's ridiculously cool. Sends out the BRB. That rocket beacon. It sends out several of the extra... it sends out armor buffs, giving people shields. The shields persist even after you've swapped off of rocket, even if it's dropped in spawn. Aramori will then either swap to the Mantis if they are not in a huge hurry, or to the Jeff if they are in a hurry, where they will then speed boost their team. Let's see if they do it. Not in a huge hurry this time. They do have portals if they need it, so it looks like they're just going to run in and save it for now. But sometimes they'll swap to Jeff to speed boost their team out of base, and then to Mantis because they have an incredible move speed, and they're able to re-rotate back to the team right off the bat. The Venoms are just standing either side of a pillar at this point. That is fun. Gasklin getting focused down. So much CC. Order Protean right off the back there. Aramori trying to keep the team up as Korova is once again getting targeted in the backline. Objective is active. Aramori staying super far back, but Vinny is relentless here. Finally, Amazing is going to arrive with the Arc, giving them that extra space. But it's going to be Mutants once again taking control at this early stage. Positioning being crept forward. Slow and steady seems to be the name of the game right now. No huge rush out of Nightmare. Eye of Agamotto comes out. No one is caught in it. They just absorb their way through it. Here comes the soul bonding to give them that extra protection. Aramori holding on to their soul rejuvenation to give the team that extra healing. Here comes the fate of both worlds. Aramori gonna be dropping that healing, trying to keep the team up. Another Eye of Agamotto comes out. Amazing picks up one, picks up two though, and they are starting to take control. Nightmare holding on to this game at this stage. Djalia going down. Vinny swinging away, retreating to their team, making sure that they don't get caught out here. Position taken by Nightmare. Young slowly being picked off but still sending shots downrange, making sure that they get control themselves. Taking a little bit of damage, needs some of that healing. Luckily, healers are nearby. Not too much of an issue. The Arc doing such good work there. The damage output is big. Hogs, his entire job for the team seems to be act as a very powerful distraction. If the enemy team is dealing with a Venom inside their backline, then they're going to struggle to deal with the Moon Knight, who is shooting them from halfway down a corridor. Already sending out the pressure. Ancient Arc calming out, doing some good damage, but once again, Vinny able to sneak away. TTK was taken out early, though. 48%. Nightmare take the lead in this second map. Taking out Apathy. Hogs is once again doing some insane work for the team. Vinny is trying to replicate the success, but Nightmare seem to be able to deal with that backline pressure a little more effectively here. Hogs looking for the ambush, just waiting for someone for the squishier characters to step up. Thinks they're in the backline, goes in with the frenzied descent right onto the backline, going to try and take out that cloak and dagger. They get a lot of damage, forced to swing away. Getting some good damage onto Vinny on the way out. 83% for Nightmare, holding position right now, holding space for the objective. Protean coming out once again. But Nightmare still holding once again. Frenzy Descent for Hogs. This time they're going to get called out by Wolverine. Dropping low, swinging away. And the mobility of Venom showing so effectively here. But they also drop low. That shield is evaporating from the amount of damage that they are taking. Eye of Agamotto to try and lock them down as Mutants are getting some pickups here. Are they able to reclaim the point? They've pushed them all the way back. Cut over with the revive, but they're taken out, removed from the board. Herxavay trying to just make sure that they don't get caught out. The Arc is down as they are sniped off the board here. Djalia, they might be all that's left. Overtime is ticking down. Are they just going to let it go? It looks like they are, but they look for some ult charge. Trying to dash. They may have actually been trying to dash for the point there. Very ambitious, but they had a go. This means our first map is going to a third round. Odin's Archives. Already, this is proving to be a grand final worthy of the Marvel Rivals Championship. Let's have a look at our stats. A little recap at this stage. Damage currently being won by Rymazing, not too surprising, but Djalia not too far behind. Neither is Super Gomez. Apathy has been focusing on more crowd control, dealing with the front line. Healing output. Herxavay, definitely up there with the MVP healers in terms of actual healing output. 22k, really doing an amazing job here. 21k for the side of SJP. Much lower for the side of Nightmare. They've got 17 and 12k. Kurova, though, once again, their job is mostly a little bit of extra damage and getting those revives out. TTK opening the way for the team. They make their way onto the high ground. Same from Nightmare, though. And immediately they are getting the position as Rymazing has pulled out their secret weapon. It's the magic. This is a stealth pick that Rymazing has had in their back pocket, giving them some really good value when people aren't expecting it. The damage output, the backline disruption, especially when you are running it with Hogs on that Venom as a distraction. The value from this can be absolutely game-winning. Teleporting, trying to go toe-to-toe with Venom, who takes the high ground to dodge out the way. So instead, it's the backliners. Back portal to get out of danger here. Position currently being held by Nightmare. Slight trades, nothing hyper-aggressive yet. Lot of damage, but the route by the Lunar Snow, but the portal is just so fast. Rymazing able to get out, but it's still being targeted. There comes the Feast of the Abyss. Order Proteus into the back line, catches Gasklin, but an immediate turnaround. Kurova takes out Apathy as Amazing with Darkchild is going deep, trying to focus down those backlines, trying to get those healers. Huxabay is taken down. Vinny is wiped out. TTK, it's gonna be a full ace. Nightmare 52% as they hold the lead, and Apathy is going for a switch up here. They're adjusting their strategy. Apathy onto the Winter Soldier, trying to just pull people out of set, ruin people's rotations by putting them out of position. And Vinny is bringing in the Groot. They're adjusting their strategy a little. Let's see what they can do, see if they can turn this round. Nightmare with that magic adjusting, beautiful pull by Apathy. Amazing is down. Aramori is down, but they will revive. Nice KO, but they do get taken down as well. Amazing taking out Apathy in response. The trade back and forth. The revives, though, are coming in as Kurova did get that Karmic Revival out. Has brought back a couple of the members here. Taking a little bit of damage, but it's keeping the team upright. Aya Magamoto to lock down his own team, but he's keeping the healing going. Kurova topping them up. And Gasklin making sure with the Aya Magamoto at the end, securing the first map, going over to Nightmare. Coming from the lower bracket, they are here to send a message. That first time was a fluke, and your worst nightmare is here. Amazing, taking that MVP with the magic. Doing good work. We already talked about it, 22k damage, highest in the game. Super Gomez, not too far behind, I've talked about it. I would say that Super Gomez might deserve MVP of the season. Out of just everyone in North America, I'd put them up there. Let me know in the comments. Once you've seen the rest of these games as your gift to an end of season for North America for me, leave a comment. Who do you think deserves MVP from all the games we have seen in North America? For now, though, I think, seeing as we are in a best of 7, I shouldn't waste too much time in the end screen, and I should get us set up for a game number 2. Back in a moment. And we are back in map number 2. We are heading to Yggdrasill Path. Getting all of the Asgard maps out of the way early here. First ban went over to Mutants. Nightmare will be starting on defense. Mutants will be starting on attack. A very lightning-heavy draft hover coming in for Nightmare here, but I doubt that's what we're going to see. So far, draft incredibly predictable and incredibly repeatable. It's what we've been seeing between these two teams for a while, but there it is! Mutants securing the Loki. Huxabay have shown that they don't need it, but they certainly like it. Final ban for Nightmare. Taking out the Lunar Snow. If you can't get rid of the Loki, then the Lunar Snow prevents Djalia from bringing out that Namor in as effective a way. You can absolutely still play Namor, but not getting that Frozen Spawn. It's a little bit of a damage nerf. Those slows, a little bit effective. It's a solid setup. We're going to start ourselves charging in. There we go. With no Lunar Snow, we're going to see Amori sticking with the... Sorry, with no Lunar Snow, we're going to see Djalia going with the Psylocke this time.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Going to be rotating in. Same strategy by Aramori here. Not going to be going with the Jeff part of the strategy. Just sticking with the rockets directly into the Mantis. There's no need to roll out fast on this map. The enemy team will not be leaving anytime soon. Right, amazing. Back on this Moon Knight.
3, 2, 1.
On the other side, it is once again going to be seeing Djalia on the Psylocke. And Apathy on the Wolverine. Big favorite of theirs. TTK off of the Doctor Strange, though. They are going to be picking up the Magneto. This is going to allow them to protect those more dive-based heroes with both of their damage dealers being a little more involved, wanting to get deep into the enemy backline. With that Psylocke and that Wolverine, having that extra shielding can give you a lot of value here. Right, amazing. On the flag, just doing a good job trying to avoid Venom. Working their way through those Loki clones. Apathy deep in the back line, but Hogs has been taken out. Numbers advantage currently in favor of Mutants, but Right Amazing still doing very solid damage. Has the hand of Khonshu. Was thinking about it, decides to let it go. There we go, dropping it as they retreat, picking up 2 right off the bat. SJP and Apathy are taken out as Right Amazing looks for more. The Ancient Arc is down. They're going to take out the healing output of Huxaway and trust the rest of their team to take out everyone on the flank. Eliminations across the board. TTK being the front line. They are the bulwark. They are the vanguard. As Vinny is the bulkhead, the breach. Apathy once again swapping off that Wolverine back onto the Winter Soldier. But Right Amazing just seems to be barely contested up here. Just dropping so much damage. Huxaway has gone for an ultimate steal here, but is getting dropped down pretty low very quickly here. They've got the Cloak and Dagger to try and keep the team upright. Healing up as best they can. Meteor M into the back line. Takes out Karova, who does have that cocoon, so we'll be able to get back into the fight. But Super Gomez is already down without that extra healing. Amori also barely in that fight. Here comes the Karmic Revival, though, and that will bring them back. Karova giving them the exchange, giving them the trade. And just in time, we see Gasklin and Hogs go down. Gasklin comes back with their health bar is too low thanks to the revive. And we will see Mutants take the momentum. And they will get the first point on Yggdrasill Path. Mutants taking control. Apathy rotating all the way back from base right now. A lot of resetting for these two teams here. Gaskin leading the path. Vinny's been clearing out cover, preventing those high ground positions that we've seen teams prefer. Gaskin dropping very low here. May have stepped out a little bit early, finding their team will arrive. They'll get the healing. As Vinny going in deep, trying to focus them down. Feast of the Abyss trying to get the damage output. Forced to turn around for the shield. But in the meantime, Adam Warlock is stuck in Cocoon and Gaskin is completely trapped here. Nowhere to go. Hogs, last surviving member of Nightmare. That's gonna be an ace for Mutants. And that may be an immediate clear of the second point here as they move fast. Mutants looking to make a statement here. Stopped just under 4 meters away. Portal coming in. Aya Magamoto through the portal. And suddenly, Nightmare are trying to make a statement. But they're not gaining a lot of momentum here. As we are seeing the hold out of Mutants. They lose SJP, but Hogs is in this back. Was picked off as well. Meaning Nightmare do not have as much damage as they might want to otherwise. But it is enough. They are able to clean up Mutants. Even taking the fleeing Loki. And Nightmare will hold. 2 minutes 40 to go. That was a bit of a slow fight, slow start, but they were able to get the momentum.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Super Gomez going to be on the flank here while their team groups up in one location. They're in another. Split your opponent's attention. Stay near enough to get healing when needed. Also, the Butterfly is active here. Psychic Stealth. Thinking about it, seeing who's there. Here comes Venom. Hogs buying a little bit of time. Shuriken dash. Get Super Gomez out of there. Just taking the shots, whittling away piece by piece against TTK. In comes Vinny, giving the side of Mutants a little bit of a distraction, a little bit of time. 2 minutes to go. Beautiful bionic hook coming in as Super Gomez is dropped extremely low. Forced to retreat here. They are able to get the counter, though, as Right Amazing picks up 2, picks up 3, and that is going to be beautiful. While Super Gomez was in danger, the rest of the team struck, seeing that their attention was drawn. Nightmare, another hold. Card has moved back. Mutants need a reset here. They need a group up. They still have a minute and a half to go. Plenty of time for one, maybe even two pushes. Have to see looking for those angles. Really looking to try and take out that Psylocke here. Couple shots. Be rotating around. Here comes the Dust and the Butterflies as well as the Meteor M. Trying to do the DPS, trying to work people down. But Gasklin is the first to fall in this fight. Avacey wrapped around and picks that off. Super Gomez dropping low, sniped out of the air. Ryan Mazing is trying to hold this, trying to drop the DPS as Hogs is continuing to be an absolute menace. TTK with the Meteor M off their own. Djalia takes out Kurova on the backline, but Djalia taken out by Hogs. TTK snipes are amazing as Hogs is kind of alone up here now, just doing the best they can. They've got some healing, but they are starting to get lower and lower. They're swinging out and they make it back to the Mantis. A tough fight. Kurova. The revive is expired. They've dropped everything. Hand of Khonshu for that little bit of extra DPS. 18 seconds left. Aya Magamoto came out. Avacey is wiped off the board here. Super Gomez taking out Avacey with the final hit. Kurova finished off by Vinny. Hogs needs to stay alive here. They're the only person who really has the tankiness to try and contest the point here. Gonna grab a map heal, then needs to swing in to keep that overtime running as their team is on the point now. Portal coming down, overtime being held. 1.97 meters to go. They take the fight, but Gasklin is wiped out immediately. Ryan Mazing on the flank, getting focused down as Avacey is back on that Wolverine. Super Gomez tried to buy the time, but that is point 2. Going over to Mutants. Mutants looking for a full, clean push here. They have 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. But that is absolutely doable.
Better stop that vehicle.
I outnumber you.
They can finish this. Looks to be making their way forward, creeping up with the team, sticking with the cart. Just waiting for Hogs to dive them, basically. There's the Seal coming in, getting the Cloak and Dagger for that extra healing. Dashing in to follow up with the team, give them the area of effect as Avacey is cleaning up the triple, the quadruple, the sextuple elimination. And Mutants, with 30 seconds to go, all they have to do is to clear out Nightmare one more time as they are returning from spawn. Avacey on the flank, looking for the right angle to isolate the first people. Finds Adam Warlock, doesn't get the best bounce, but they still able to get some damage and get a little bit of delay tactics going. Focusing on Dance of the Butterfly, coming out from Djalia to try and work him down. TTK was able to take out Gasklin for the tank removal here. Avacey is working through into the backline, but it's dodged immediately by Ryan Mazing, who drops the hand of Khonshu for the extra damage output as the Cocoon is dropped by Kurova to get them back into this fight. The overtime is here, but the numbers of Nightmare are dropping lower and lower. Kurova, Karmic Revival to buy them a little bit of extra time, but is it enough? The health bars are too low, and it's gonna be enough as Mutants take the 3-0.
2, 3.
Now it is time for Nightmare. They need the full 3 points in order to take us to overtime in map number 2. Nightmare with the series lead. They want to keep this momentum going. To quote the famous Artosis, when you're ahead, get further ahead. Picks-wise, we're sticking pretty much the same here. Hogs, hovering, there we go, sticking with the Venom. Almost identical teams, except for the fact that we have a Moon Knight against a Wolverine, and a Loki versus a Adam Warlock. And a Cloak and Dagger, I guess, against a Mankey. Against a Mankey? A Mantis.
30 seconds before you attack.
That's a Pokemon. Wrong game. Let's have a look at Mutants set up for their defense. Just rotating in. No huge rush here. No portal. No need. No extra shielding. Not using the rocket strat. In fact, neither team is.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Set up position.
3, 2, 1.
Be making their way forward immediately. You can see Hogs swinging into that upper location so they can get that flank going. TTK being the main vanguard, buying time. As you can see the little flank there by Apathy. Needs a little bit of healing, but they will be able to try and get a wrap around. They do. They dive over the high ground, but take too much damage and are forced to back out immediately. Trying to deal with Vinny, who's doing a lot of damage there. Gasklin holding the line for the moment. Shots coming in, but that's a lot of movement that's being gained by Nightmare right now. Pushing up further. Maelstrom coming out from TTK, pushing forward. They've already lost Apathy, but their numbers are still here, but TTK dropping low. Getting healed up, but it's a little slow. The healing point from the Loki taken out. It's enough, though. They stay in the fight, but they've lost Venom. With Vinny out, do Mutants have the bodies to try and hold this? Gasklin is going to be the one to zone them out here. This is a choke point as well, which means Ryan Macy is going to have a great time. Wolverine diving deep. Apathy trying to turn this in their favor to get them some momentum as they dive onto the backline. Just moving through this fight fluidly. Like a fluid Wolverine. I guess that's a ferret. Apathy going to be pushing forward. Forced to back away. Someone's going to be in the comments now. What do you mean? Those animals are nothing alike. And I know. It's a stream of consciousness. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes. Apathy burning through. Hogs getting focused. Here comes the Feast of the Abyss. And goes the Dance of the Butterfly from Super Gomez, which may secure Nightmare that first point. But Mutants still have quite a few people on the points. Counter Dance of the Butterflies from Djalia to try and turn this round. They're very low, and they will get finished off by Super Gomez. But bodies, there's still no one really on the point right now. Super Gomez doing the work. Vinny delaying, distracting. But there's still so many red bodies on that point. Mutants not going down without a fight here. Super Gomez trying to stealth out, but is still caught, taking a little bit of damage here. Dash, dash to evade, but there's a Wolverine here, but they've made it back to their team. Nightmare. 1 minute, 23 seconds to go. And that's just to get this first point. Vinny swinging away. Not wanting to get picked off here. Vinny on the flag. If they can take them out, any personal advantage is good. Piece of the Abyss onto the healers, who are immediately healing each other to try and pop up as Djalia with the follow-up. But nicely done. Gomez takes out Djalia here. Aya Magamoto catches one, only gets Gasklin there. Here's the Dance of the Butterfly for the extra damage output, but Mutants are tanking through this. They will not go down without a fight. Hand of Khonshu to make some space, get some damage, as Super Gomez is still kind of uncontested back here. Holding the line, burning through Vinny. The cart is still not moving. Finally, it's going to make some space as Mutants have been forced back into the corridor. Damage output comes out. Ultimate has been stolen, but Herxabay taken out instantly there. The wraparound from Djalia. Sniped by Super Gomez. So accurate. Gets another. And with 14 seconds left, Nightmare take the first point. They are still in this. Looking to take that 2-0 lead. They are set up beautifully here. Took a little bit longer than I'm sure they would have liked, but any percentage is good percentage at this point. Every meter is closer to that final push. Wolverine into the air with the last stand. Getting dropped low. Obviously tanking through, though, with that extra sustain. Hand of Khonshu zoning out the team. Karova with the Karmic Revival, keeping people in the fight. Ryan Mazing reviving in. Hogs not in range, though. Karova can't get to him, but Ryan Mazing taken out a second time. Super Gomez has been able to wipe out Vinny. Karova dropping low. Gasklin dropping low. There's a great Dance of the Butterflies as in comes Apathy. Isolating Gasklin and getting the pickup. Map healing, able to escape. The power of that Wolverine, who I believe is also receiving a little nerf. No, wait, no, he's on the buff list. Every pro player is going to be pleased, except the tanks. Obviously, dashing away. The damage dealers sure seem to like playing that Wolverine. Kurova from downtown, the Cosmic Cluster. Feast from the Abyss. Kurova dropping low, but healing up. Nicely done. Very little issues here. Portal came out from Nightmare, so they can wrap around from behind. Hoaxaway stealing an ultimate there. Going to be the double cloak and dagger once again for maximum healing output. They're able to hold it for the moment, but that cart needs to be held completely there. Mutants. Ryan Mazing taking out TTK as Nightmare is starting to get a little bit of momentum. Here comes Aramori with that extra healing. Ryan Mazing pushing in very aggressively here. Gets the Loki. Takes out that extra healing point as well as they're working their way through Apathy. Hogs chasing down Apathy. They get the finishing blow. In the meantime, Vinny is buying the team time, 24 seconds. But if they can chase them out, then there's very few people left, and that will be enough. Point number 2, with 17 seconds left, goes over to Nightmare. They have 1 minute and 44 to get that triple and send us to a tiebreaker. Double Eternal Bond working out very effectively for Mutants, but they're not able to execute it with that final play there. Why amazing. Maximizing that damage output. Pressure onto TTK. The damage is so crazy, but sniped from behind by Vinny. Hello, Vinny. Surprise. Trading hits. Being the damage sponge that Venom was meant to be.
Only 60 seconds left.
Poking away.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
The distance is piling up with 53 seconds to go. 67 meters down. SJP with the healing. Super Gomez with the Dance of the Butterfly is going to try and take out Vinny, but Vinny is tagging through. Eye of Agamotto. It catches 4. And they're working their way through as Mutants with a person down, even up the score. Aramori taken out. Hogs gets TTK, but Gaskelin goes down to Vinny. Aramori and Kurova, though, utilizing that team up. They get the revives, meaning that Nightmare keep the numbers advantage. But the respawns are so close for Mutants. They're back in this fight so quickly. Super Gomez being forced to back out as the Feast from the Abyss coming out as Apathy is going to try and take down Super Gomez, but can't keep up, can't catch up. Super Gomez backing away, looking for the right angle. Damage onto Vinny. Apathy sail across the screen.
Out of sight.
Super Gomez wrapping around with the Psionic Stealth, working down. We're in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It comes down to this. The cocoons are burned for Nightmare. They do not have the Karmic Revival. These lives are all they have. Hogs is sniped. Hand of Khonshu is doing damage, but they can't follow up. They can't lock him down. Dance of the Butterfly is available. It's immediately dropped as they dive onto that backline. Need to keep that overtime ticking. Some damage is a way to do that. SJP tagging through. They're able to get it sniped. Ryan Mazing onto Huxley as well. The healers are down. Super Gomez trading their life for the card as it continues to creep forward ever so slowly. Gaskelin has the Eye of Agamotto, gonna drop it, finds no one, but they died it. They just need to get a few more meters. 4.4. Trying to hold it. Counter Dance of the Butterfly. Shields absorbing everything they can. Gaskelin is giving their life. Just desperately waiting for the team to make it black. Please, team, touch the cart! They're making their way forward, pushing with everything they can, but Kurova is down. Hogs is down. Aramori with the soul rejuvenation for the extra bit of healing, but here comes Apathy trying to dive deep, but it misses. Sidestepped by Gaskelin. Gaskelin is putting on a clinic right now with 30 health. 0 health. Is anyone there? No! As Mutants take the map 3-2. Insane final seconds of that map. Whew! Good Lord. The series goes 1-1 in this best of 7. I'm recording this at what is now 10 p.m. I get the feeling I'm going to bed late tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, everyone. Oh, my God. 18 final hits for Super Gomez. 24! Djalia! Calm down! What if they have families? And yet, the damage output, 26k for Djalia, 38 for Ryan Amazing, and 36 for Super Gomez. 37 and 36 eliminations. Djalia with 46. Vinny with 41. These teams are crazy. Healing output. Herxave and SJP really topping out those numbers. 46k each. 36 and 23k. Korova, I like the plan, by the way. Adam Warlock, not exactly the fastest rollout hero, so swapped to Jeff to try and get onto the point quicker. That is a risky play, but hey, if it had worked, there is a chance that they could have tried to get a turnaround with Jeff. I like the logic. We see this from tanks a lot, where they need to get onto the point for overtime, so they'll swap to Cap, who's also getting a buff, Captain America, to charge in, dive onto the point. It's the fastest rollout tank, excluding strange portals that take a bit to set up. It's a cool concept. I like seeing it from a support this time. Korova, very creative. But that is game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. It is time that I get us set up for map number 3. See you in a moment. Sorry for the delay. I had to have a drink as well while the map loaded up. So we are now partway into the bans. Going to be seeing the Star-Lord and the Hela getting removed once again. Loki secured by Mutants. There is, of course, the Incredible Hulk. And this is the only bit that's not really predictable. What is Nightmare's next ban? They banned the Lunar Snow once again. Nerfed that Namor a bit. And the very predictable Iron Man ban. There we go.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
We're at a pretty predictable set right now for these teams. As we head into round number 3, we're on Hall of Djalia. I'll never pronounce that right. And the drafts look pretty familiar. SJP sticking with that cloak and dagger. Herxave. I would just like to point out how insane the balance of this game is. In terms of strategists, at least, we have an almost 100% strategist inclusion rate. The only two that aren't being included consistently are Rocket and Jeff. And Nightmare are making sure that Rocket at least shows up on the pick rate at least once a game. Yeah, there it is, Aramori, giving them the shield. So they're at least padding the stats with that. So literally the only character, and even Jeff, we saw Jeff last game, even though they didn't actually make it onto the end screen. But technically, on like the widest possible technicality, we have now seen every strategist in the Marvel Rivals Championship for NA in the finals.
3, 2, 1.
Everyone is here.
You have to stop them from securing the mission
Vinny
area.
on the defensive position. Looking for the wraparound. Who is that sneaking around off to the side there all alone? Who is that going over there? Is that Gaskin or is that Ryan Amazing? That is Gaskin, all off on their own. The rest of the team looking for the doorway. Gaskin made entrance. Going for a bit of a wraparound play. No portal. Very slow and steady right now. Nightmare taking their time. Finally, action is met as the teams come to blows. Super Gomez getting whittled down a little bit off to the side as well. Poking away, doing some great damage on this flank. Trying to take out TTK right off the bat. Cloak and Dagger, though. Healing output a little too high. Keeping them in the fight. Backing away a little bit. Keeping the team popped up. Super Gomez taking out Apathy, looking for more. Rymazing is still respawning as well, so that's one of the two main damage dealers. Really trying to work through Vinny. These Venoms have been such a problem. Korova takes out Djalia. Working them down. Super Gomez, the consistency here. Cloak and Dagger coming out with the Eternal Bond to get that extra damage and healing onto the team there. The point almost done. 94% of the way through. Nightmare looking to close it out and start up that bar statue. Vinny dropping low. Portal comes out. Ooh, that lagged my PC a bit. But the card is now active. That statue going to be guided in. Djalia with the Dance of the Butterfly available. The only ultimate currently up for their team, although TTK is quite close behind. Nightmare already starting to play quite far up, starting to pressure. Rymazing up to the high ground, but the high ground is destroyed. Rymazing immediately in full retreat. Working their way through this front line though. Vinny with the frenzied leap. Dance of the Butterfly sidestepped, but Vinny is still here, causing pressure. Takes them out. Djalia gets the triple kill as well. And that's going to be Mutants taking control back, buying themselves more time. 3 minutes and 50 left. They've got to hold this for quite a while. Djalia goes down. Apathy finds Super Gomez, and Super Gomez is hyper-mobile, hard to pin down. Look at these dodges, this reaction time. Dance of the Butterfly, as they were in a little bit of danger there. They're a little bit outnumbered, kind of alone here. Finally able to chase them down. Cart's creeping forward while they're distracted with Super Gomez. The cart got a little bit of movement done. Trying to and finds Hogs. Hogs swinging away. Can they get out of this? They're dropped super low. Massive stun coming out from Apathy. They get slipped immediately, but it doesn't matter. They pick up the triple with the extra pickup from Vinny and a little bit of help from Herxfei for one more. That is going to be a wipe. Nightmare forced back. A little bit of levitation from the map objective here. Environmental effects. Gasklid creeping forward. Looking for the opportunity. Hogs also off to the side. Rymazing doing damage, but Vinny continuing to harass. Loki with the ultimate steal. They are Cloak and Dagger once again. Keeping the team topped up, but Nightmare were very patient there. Here comes the ultimate. Cover the environment. Get as much healing as they can. Focus in. The Feast from the Abyss did come out there, but Vinny is still forced to back up. Healing is required by Apathy, who dropped low in that fight. Djalia. Eye of Agamotto catches 3. Djalia with the Dance of the Butterfly is available, but they're getting zoned out there. Finally going to be able to drop it. Finds the backline as isolated. Takes out one. Gets the second. Both of them have their cocoons and both will rejoin the fight immediately. Eye of Agamotto on the counter. Finds no one. Immediately blocked out. The counter Dance of the Butterflies, though, does find Apathy. Rymazing has swapped onto the magic as Djalia picks up Anamori. Karmic Revival. If they can take out Korova, then they've got themselves a great position. Looks like it might not even be needed. The Karmic Revival, no one going down as it does expire. Super Gomez might have needed it a couple seconds later. The timing from Mutants, biding their time, waiting it out until it expires, until they go in. Super Gomez picked up on the side. That is another massacre by the members of Mutants. They pick off Nightmare.
Only 60 seconds left. He stopped them in their
Nightmare, they seem to pick up individual members fairly often on Mutants, but Mutants, they pick up the whole frickin' team almost every time. With 1 point on the board and 47 seconds left. There aren't really any other opportunities for Mutants to make this happen.
What a difference.
They've got to hold this in overtime all the way to the next point. It's doable, but it's difficult.
Down to 30 seconds.
Djalia poking away from up high, doing the damage. Vinny looking for their angle as well, taking the map heal, which means Djalia has to drop down to the low ground. Here comes Hogs onto the backline, buying him some extra time. Apathy tried to counter it, wasn't able to do so. Super Gomez with a Psionic Stealth, trying to focus him down, not able to find the final hits there. Right, amazing. Waiting for their opportunity here, pushing forward. They have Darkchild at the ready, holding onto it for the moment, pushing forward, getting stunned now. Aya Magamoto, the health bar dropping low. They teleport back, retreating with the rest of the team, but the overtime is active, so they need to make sure that they are touching that cart soon. The time is ticking down. Right, amazing, diving deep, dancing the butterfly, need to touch the cart. Right, amazing, Darkchild, but it's too late. That is downright feasible. With an F. As Mutants are now on the attack. And they don't have a lot to beat. The card active. And most of the way towards the first OBJ. That is absolutely doable. Will Amazing stay on this magic? Hogs thinking about the Wolverine. Not the Wolverine, the Bruce Banner. The Incredible Hulk. Hesitation is there. Do they go with it? Oh, yes, they do. For a defense for tank, they move off of the Venom. It's been working well for them. But they have decided what this situation needs is a little bit of green. The Incredible Hulk.
Get ready. We will get you.
79 meters is what Mutants need to beat. Absolutely doable. Mutants sticking with their same strategy as before. It is working. It just keeps working for them, so why change it?
Don't forget.
Will we see a portal? Or are they going to start on foot? Looks like starting on foot, saving the portal. Ooh, interesting. Portal over here. Ooh, stunned out by Hulk. That is great. I absolutely love that. Shutting down the portal activation with the radioactive lockdown. TTK forced to use their legs like a peasant to make their way onto the point. I miss Doom. I hope we can get him in-game. Holding the line, TTK dueling with the Hulk. Loki healing on the point, giving them that little bit of extra time. The indestructible guard working out well for Nightmare, but they still need to get people on that point. Jumping back and forth, but they're not getting rid of Vinny or TTK. That will need to happen eventually. Back off the point, now it's Gaskin's turn to stay on the point, but now they're getting targeted by both the front line as well as the Cloak and Dagger, diving on, taking out Right Amazing, TTK playing aggro. Hogs with the Incredible Hulk smash activated. They've got positioning and they are angry. Doing their best to try and burn them down. TTK doing as much damage as they can. Hogs, Dance of the Butterfly coming out, trying to just burn through this front line. Super Gomez doing their best. They take out Herxfey. Ammoniacs look out of Rise, and TTK goes down. Vinny has retreated. And we will see Nightmare hold the first push. A little bit of a delay came out as SJP was able to hold that a little bit longer. And Djalia utilized the opportunity to take out Super Gomez. Nice little pick up there. Good positioning. Djalia on the wraparound. Avacey dropping low. Does not want to go down this early, which they do, though. SJP making their way back in, trying to chase them down as Hogs is forced to jump away. Good damage output. Jumping in. Hulk smash. Are they going to grab anyone and go for the full CC? Or just keep moving? Maximize the use of that incredible leap and gamma burst. Just running and punching constantly. Hogs, think about your accuracy. Trading back and forth. Apathy. Coming in with the Wolverine. On the flank. Hogs won't be able to hold that for too long. Looking for the jump, maybe for the wraparound, which they do with the Eye of Agamotto. Dropping down, finds SJP. Apathy focusing onto Hogs, though, as they try to lock him down, sent into the banner, and down goes Hogs. Vinny, not looking too healthy either, finds the Ugg, picks it up. Map healing to give them a little bit of extra pressure as they dive into the back line, looking to take out Korova. If they can take out the healers, this could be good. Korova escapes. And Vinny, outnumbered, decides it's probably better to back out, reset a little here. Portal. Being dropped. Djalia snipes there. 27 seconds left. Right, amazing. With the defensive position, a great portal coming out from Gaskin there to get the team back in. Dance with the butterfly. Did the damage, but they're not able to finish the job there. Counter portal coming out from Mutants as they make their way onto the point on the high ground. The Hand of Khonshu bought them a little bit of space, a little bit of time. Apathy forcing Gaskin off of the point, but huge damage output from Amazing, but they're dropped low. The healing is not there. Djalia from the high ground now, uncontested as everyone is currently standing on the point. Gaskin dropping low. The high ground, Dance of the Butterfly, cut over, revives Amazing, revives Gaskin, revives Anamori. Djalia takes out Anamori the first time, but they're still holding. Korova takes out Apathy. Korova's popping off, takes out Djalia. They're holding it. Vinny gets Hogs. That's one of the big tanks here. Slide onto Korova as they're forced to back up. They're not mobile, but they have heals, and they have a little bit of damage. Here comes Vinny from behind, buying time. Eye of Agamotto locks down Gaskin as TDK makes the way back to the point. Cocoon is available to bring them back into this fight as Korova revives, Dance of the Butterfly to buy the time, but they do it.
2-1.
Nightmare. Beautiful play there.
Another epic victory. Big win.
And folks, this series, back and forth, getting spicy. Super Gomez with a well-deserved MVP. If not them, it had to be Korova for that final set there. That was a triple or quadruple revive and getting 2 eliminations on top of that. Korova, clap, clap. I really wish our replay system had the ability to watch your highlight. I want to see that so bad. But wow. Well done. Impressive play. That takes us to a 2-1 in favor of Nightmare. They take the lead in this series. Damage blocked. 34k. Everyone blocking a solid amount of damage on this team by the looks of it, actually, but 34k for TTK. Top healing, 25, 29k by SJP. Really loving this Cloak and Dagger when it comes to getting big numbers. And the actual damage itself, 17k appears, nope, 21k. Super Gomez, not too surprising. 11 final hits, 13 by Djalia. But it didn't matter at the end. Solid pickup, by the way, from Hogs. Deciding that, you know what, even without the Iron Man, it's time to bring out the Hulk. And it worked in their favor. All that running around and punching the air, though, their accuracy is 26%. Unlucky. All right, folks. We're not even halfway through this yet. I'm going to take us to a break. If you have ad block, then please turn it off once or twice. I like money. I'm doing this just out of AdSense at the moment and just because I love it. So if you're enjoying yourselves, subscribe for starters, like, comment, turn on that bell so you can see when I upload. If you want to get these videos a day early or at minimum a couple hours early, then become a member. You also get little emojis that you can use in the chat. Thank you all for watching. See you all in a moment. And we're back in. 2-1 to Nightmare. They are now only 2 wins away from not only getting revenge, but becoming the inaugural Marvel Rivals Championship champions. Standard bans so far: Hela, the Star-Lord. Luna Snow secured this time instead of the Loki. Very interesting. There goes, no surprise there, the Iron Man. Now Nightmare, do they ban Loki? There it is, it was left open. They choose to remove it from the board.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
X3, they've shown that they have a pretty solid Mantis and a solid Cloak and Dagger. So they've got some backup options of their own here. With Luna Snow in play, Djalia looking to get back onto that Namor. Speaking of more, Adamori looking to bring out that Rocket Raccoon once again. Get the armor, get the protection, get the value. Excuse me. And they are going to stick with the Hulk once again, believing that the value of it still going to be good enough, even without that Iron Man, just giving it to the Doctor Strange and just the Hulk being pretty strong themselves. Armor being dropped, couple people get it.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
And then Amori swapping over to the Mantis. Will be making their way in. SJP, hello there. Are you trying the same strat? They were Rocket for a second. And Djalia has a shield. So they try the same strategy, but only with one character.
Be strong together.
Team up activated. As the Mantis is locked in. Avacii going to be starting on that Winter Soldier this time. Try and pull people out of position.
You have to stop them from
And here they go.
securing the mission area.
No portal to start off with by the looks of it. For the side of Mutants, they're once again running it in. Absorbing quite a few hits, but that's a lot of damage. Shield recharges fast though, that pentagram. Giving good value here. They creep forward. The Groot from Vidi, one of their top characters. Zoning, creating positions, making it very difficult for the side of Nightmare to move around. Super Gomez already taken out on that Psylocke. The radioactive lockdown onto Vidi though, zone them out a little bit. Walls continuing to buy time. Amazing, getting focused down, pushed down from that top line. Amazing taken out as Avacii is able to chase them down. And positioning, we're seeing Nightmare just dropping like flies here as Mutants take control. That was just a very calm, very methodical push. And they have already activated the Symbiote Pod.
The sooner we deliver it, the better.
Nicely done. A solid start here.
Better stop that vehicle.
Taking a couple shots, Vidi. Looking to see if there is anyone who can be grabbed. Really wants to just try and whittle down some of that damage onto Amazing. And the shots from downtown. The wall consistently buying them time, consistently buying them space. They've trapped in Gasklin, trying to focus them down. They're completely separated. All they have is that shield of the Sephiroth, but here comes another the butterfly to try and turn it round. Focusing onto it. But no pickups are made. Super Gomez forced to retreat, and in fact, they're picked off on the retreat. Amazing, caught by the prison. Getting healed up though, the double healers keeping Amazing in this fight. They have the Hand of Khonshu if they choose to use it, which they do. Trying to focus. Avacii gets one though, looking for more. Reset again, looking to try and take out one more. Djalia, Kurova, and more. Don't land it, but are over. I just lost the will to speak there for a second. Aramori going to be finished off, but that is the end of the against as Avacii got multiple resets. Hogs tries to buy time in banner form.
Better stop that vehicle.
But Mutants, they've got momentum, they've got speed, they are pushing through this.
Let's deliver Nolte's
The Hulk has been abandoned.
now.
We are now onto the Groot. Friendship with puny Banner ended. Groot is now new friend. That's a shout out for just people my age. Hogs pushing forward. Setting up those walls, making sure they can't get wrapped around on. Trading the hits back and forth. TTK has that Eye of Agamotto. The flanks, as usual. Djalia causing issues, just doing damage output. The Aquatic Dominions on the flank, making it very hard for Kurova to stay in this fight. In fact, getting focused down. Kurova is onto the Lunar Snow instead of that Adam Warlock here. Eye of Agamotto did come out as Mutants are starting to fall. Djalia still safe for the moment, but those walls are keeping those Aquatic Dominions from getting the value that they want to do. Here comes the healing. SJP forced to retreat. It looks like Mutants may just go for the retreat and regroup. How far will Nightmare chase them? Super Gomez. It looks like they are taking a leaf out of Mutants' playbook, and they've brought themselves out of Wolverine as well. Super Gomez off to the side, in position, diving in deep, trying to pick off the front line, and they work their way through SJP. Hogs is able to grab one. They're also getting apathy as Hogs is picking them up, but Super Gomez is being the damage dealer. That's going to be a triple elimination. Nightmare with 3 minutes and 47 to go. All they have to do is just do that again another 6 more times or so. And they'll be good to go. Mutants coming back in. And once again, absolutely crazy. Wolverines back and forth, trading hits. This time, they're able to get away with it. As Apathy tags forward. Super Gomez on the angle. Soul Renewal coming in from Aramori. Super Gomez taking a little bit of damage, trying to stay mobile, trying to avoid the hits here. Getting healed up by the team, but the damage output is too good. Super Gomez out the fight for the moment. Djalia ping it away. Attrition, slow and steady. The damage ticks up. Has that frozen spawn. Extra turrets. Aramori on the flank. Down they go. Hogs locked down. And this time, Mutants get momentum. Right, amazing. Gliding majestically through the air. And then sniped majestically out of the air. I'd be a good nature documenter. And now we see the majestic Rhymazing getting absolutely bodied by a harpoon. Nowhere for Rhymazing to go there. There's nothing they could have done to turn that in their favor. Instead, they respawn with their team. Eye of Agamotto blocked by the Blessing of the Ocean. Vinny is stunned out, but they are tagging through with the help of SJP. Here comes the hand of Khonshu, though, evening that fight up to a 3-3. Super Gomez barely holding as they're dueling with Apathy, trying to keep their team in this game as it's only 1 meter to go. The card is moving backwards as it looks like Mutants have been pushed off the point. Nightmare hold. That was down to 1 meter there. And with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go, Mutants, they've got 2 pushes at this at most. They've got that Eye of Agamotto. They have the last stand. They have the strangling prison. They will soon have the bound together. TTK getting focused down though, needs that healing output fast. Chased down and picked off. That really brings this push down to just 1 left. Vinny continuously getting stun locked there. They will also go down. Apathy returning as well. And with 1 minute left, Mutants, they've probably got 1 chance left here. Apathy trying to isolate, finds Gasklin, but not able to get the second dive, sends them up into the air with the Cloak of Levitation. As Gasklin retreats to the rest of the team, but it's not over yet. Apathy trying to get the momentum. They're really going for this, really trying to get the push out. They're getting locked down, but they are tanking through, giving it their best. TTK was knocked down. Djalia is down. Gasklin is wiping people off the board right now.
Some sort of magic artifact.
Down to 30 seconds.
Super Gomez in position.
Just a little longer.
So close to that triple that could give Mutants the momentum they need, as they are already down a map. Super Gomez on the flank. Gasklin has the Eye of Agamotto, but does not have a lot of health left. Dropping in from above, finds Vinny once again as they have no way to protect themselves, but Gasklin is eliminated from the fight. TTK now holding onto the point in overtime. They're trying to force Nightmare back so they can get that little bit of extra distance. Nightmare dropping down. Aramori is down. Super Gomez is down. Ryan Mazing taken out. That card is creeping forward towards the triple. TTK wipes down the front line, and that will be the triple.
0, 2, 3.
Can Nightmare
Time to switch
match the energy?
including which
They are 2-1 up in terms of maps.
you'll need a top-notch team to win.
But Mutants, with the triple there, are in a great position to try and even up that score. FC going to be sticking with the Winter Soldier here. SJP. Sticking with the Lunar Snow. Nothing too surprising here. In fact, both teams looking pretty similar here. Oh, hang on. There we go. Apathy swapping onto the Wolverine, making these comps almost a mirror match. With the only difference being Ryan Mazing on that Moon Knight and Djalia going to be playing that Namor. Never mind. Djalia is also a Moon Knight, which means the only difference now is that we have a Mantis versus a Cloak and Dagger. Huxley seems to have a preference there.
Groot.
Aramori using their memes. Getting a little bit of extra shielding. Every little helps.
Be strong together.
Getting the triple is going to be difficult. This is not going to be an easy match for the side of Nightmare here.
3, 2, 1. Don't forget.
Making their way forward.
This area is your top
Defensive
priority.
positions by Mutants.
Let's end this.
Already being set up.
Better places.
Portal. Coming out. Looks like potentially more for vision than anything else. Land a couple shots down lane. Making their way onto the point. TTK. Getting some solid deeps here. Grading. Avacey. Able to snipe out Gasklin. Finds him isolated. And a second attempt to match that from Super Gomez, but they are thwarted by a Groot Wall. Super Gomez able to get out of there, but so does TTK. Hogs trying to get some space, trying to make their way onto the point, but they're getting zoned out pretty hard here. Ryan Mazing picks up a double. Apathy finally able to take down Hogs. Portal has come out from Gasklin to get the team back onto the point. Give Ryan Mazing some support. Ryan Mazing in the air. Ugg buying them some time. TTK will back away. But they're being zoned out pretty hard here. At that point, looks like it's going over to Nightmare. TTK not even going to look to step back on it. Once you're through that door, looks like that's the key for these pro players when they say, you know what, they can have that one, it's over. Let's just reset. 5 minutes, 8 seconds. Mutants holding the line for the moment. You can see Apathy wrapping around off to the side, waiting for their moment to strike. Try and get onto these backline members. Get slept. Trying to dash away, but these areas are quite close. Hogs dropping the strangling prison there to get value onto the team. Here comes Apathy into the backline, trying to focus onto anyone they can reach. Not getting the best angles there, but Hogs already being taken down. Arc doing a huge amount of damage. Apathy with the dive, trying to set it up with the last stand. They really want to try and pick up some KOs here as Ryan Mazing is going to get targeted. Dashing away to the ceiling. Vinny is going to be the one to form, and TTK takes out Super Gomez in exchange. While all this is happening, the cart keeps moving. Nightmare are getting themselves in a beautiful position. Good pressure. Gasklin backing away. Waiting for their team to rejoin them. No sense diving, no sense going down too early. Wait for your team to return. You've still got 3 minutes. Little bits of damage, but still pretty tanky. Launch, Eye of Agamotto gets a 3-person lockdown, which Ryan Mazing capitalizes on. Wipes out 5. Apathy, the only person to get out of that. Just running all the way back to base here. Resets with the team. Portal coming out from TTK. Are they actually going to try and contest this? Because they will not have time. As point 2 is captured. TTK, oh my god! They are immediately locked down! They come through! Nightmare, no mercy, no hesitation! They decide that they want to take the fight. 2 mutants diving through the point here. Super Gomez going in deep, trying to find the right angle with Apathy, and TTK already down. It's right next to their spawn point! What a Nightmare think's gonna happen! They are literally right next to their spawn points. They will get overrun eventually, but they are keeping them there. The cart is moving. They've got 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. They bought themselves time with that aggressive play. Aramori sending shots downrange. The cart slow and steady. Amazing getting healed up. Doing as much damage as they can. Super Gomez and Apathy trading the shots. They're pushing forward. Here comes the Soul Rejuvenation. The Hand of Khonshu doing solid damage from Djalia, but no one is going down. Herxame is keeping them up. Gaskin and Hogs are down. Aramori is down. It's going to be Mutants who take the fight. Nightmare pulling back. I made the wrong call there. Called the wrong Moon Knight. The joy of mirror matchups. Super Gomez sharpening his claws on some bone. Making their way forward. They have Last Stand. They have Feral Leap. They have Strangling Prison, and they have Hand of Khonshu. Nightmare have all the tools they need to try and increase this lead as they dive on D, picking up the double. Amazing, taken out by Djalia though. Hogs takes out Vinny. It's a 1 for 3. Hand of Khonshu onto the point to give them that extra space. The cart is creeping forward. Multiple members on it to make it go fast. It's held at 4 meters. Super Gomez is in there deep. Stunned out though. Ayamagamoto wants the 2 members. Amazing trying to tank through. Hand of Khonshu coming down to zone out those backline defenders. Super Gomez takes out Vinny. TTK dropping low with Djalia with the Dance of the Butterfly to try and do the damage to push them through here. And they succeeded with 2 minutes 20. That is going to be 5 members of Nightmare taken out. 4 meters is all that is left. Nightmare need 1 good fight to take us to the tiebreaker. They have no ultimates though. Gaskin, the closest, along with Aramori. But those 2 ults are basically all you need. Herxame finally moving on to that Mantis. That's the Soul Rejuvenation. SJP with the fate of both worlds. Djalia on the flank. Dropping all the damage they can onto Hogs. The car moving forward. Here comes the fate of both worlds onto that backline. Gaskin, it is active. Ayamagamoto is at the ready. Here comes the Hand of Khonshu onto that backline to give them a little bit of space, but Amazing was picked off in the process of using it. Asafi using their Hand of Khonshu. Here comes the extra healing. Super Gomez into the backline. Ayamagamoto stuns out no one here as Gaskin is falling. Hogs is falling. They still have a minute. But Nightmare, they're down to their last push. There's no way they will get another after this. There just is not time. Amazing, getting topped up. 60 seconds left. Ayamagamoto now at the ready for Mutants. Hogs with the Strangling Prison, fate of both worlds for Kurova. Can Kurova pull out another miracle for this team? Amazing. Making sure that the enemy team is pressured constantly. Never give them a break. Never give them a moment's rest. The team is here. They pressure in. A few meters is what stands between Nightmare taking us to a tiebreaker, taking out Asafi, Gaskin, taking them down. Ayamagamoto, though, locks them down. Aramori trying to keep the team alive. Kurova with the fate of both worlds, keeping the team in this fight. They're pressuring forward. TTK is down. Djalia with the Dance of the Butterfly takes out Aramori. Hogs takes out Herxame. They're holding on to it for now. Asafi. Hand of Khonshu being dropped, giving them the space. They're trying to get onto that backline, trying to clean out the attack. The overtime is ticking down. Gaskin is still here, is still tanking. It's a mirror of earlier. They're trying to hold on, trying to buy time, trying to delay, but the overtime is ticking down. Aramori trying to heal up, will touch, will buy time, will delay, but they go down as well. Super Gomez trying to make it, but no!
2, 3.
Mutants secure the map win, and that takes us to 2-2 in terms of score.
Victory.
The map's even up as Mutants take it. Apathy securing the MVP with the new Moon Knight skin. 24 final hits for Apathy. A well-deserved MVP. Super Gomez with 17. Top damage, 31k. It's no surprise Apathy. On the other side, Amazing with 35k. Topping out their damage numbers here. Damage blocked, 56k by Vinny. Being just a wall there, absorbing as much as they can. And healing, it's going to be Korova this time. 53k. Maxing out those numbers as best as they could. Wasn't enough to secure their team the victory, though, as the map score evens up. And I will get us ready for map number 5. Score is 2-2. 2 maps needed for either team to secure victory here. As we are heading to Burning Djalia. Hela, no surprise, banned out. Nightmare hate playing against it. Just removing it from play. Mutants, they remove the Star-Lord. Lunar Snow going to be taken out this time. It's been Nightmare banning it several times in the past. So they're just going to make sure it does not get banned out. Pretty sure I said banned when I meant saved. Loki going to be removed once again. Excuse me. And we will see Iron Man. Goodbye. No Iron Man in this Grand Finals.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Nothing too surprising in these bans. Everything pretty standard for what these teams have been playing. SJP gets back on that Lunar Snow. Korova hesitating here. The Lunar Snow is available. Will they go with it? Or instead, will they go with the Adam Warlock? Korova. That Lunar Snow must have felt good last game. They are going to stick with it. Hogs staying off their usual favorite symbiote Venom here. They are also going to be starting, by the looks of it, on that Groot.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Hogs changing their mind again. Going to be bringing out the Incredible Hulk this time. Giving them that Gamma Maelstrom. Allowing Gaskin to get solid DPS output.
These other worlds where I do not exist.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is
They're
capture
going
the mission area.
to set up the portal right off the bat here. Are TTK doing the same thing? Yes, they are. Both teams. Portal onto the high ground. Immediately clash. The indestructible guard coming out from Hogs buys the team some time, though. As Herxmay will be the first to fall in this fight. TTK forced to back off of the point here. Korova did last second swap. They're back on the Adam Warlock.
I am at your service. The cosmos heals you.
Working their way through.
Area is yours to capture now.
Apathy swapping onto the Winter Soldier here. Right, Amazing was thinking about bringing out a Namor of their own, but not having that Lunar Snow, they've decided that once again, it is back to the Moon Knight. Korova charge shots whenever they can. Not able to land any there we go. Solid DPS output with that Cosmic Cluster. Vinny being forced to back away. Focus down quite a bit here. Djalia already getting taken out by Super Gomez in the Psylocke duel. Korova chasing forward. Hand of Khonshu onto the back line, trying to just zone them out here as TTK forced to back up. Herxfei taken out. Position is being held by Nightmare right now. Korova picks up the final hit onto Apathy. Apathy does have that Kraken Strike, but can't get the momentum. Korova once again just showing up, picking up all the last hits. Picks up the triple elimination, has that Karmic Revival as they have forced Mutants all the way back to spawn. 66% on the objective as Nightmare looking dominant back on some of their comfort picks, and they are showing it. Korova raining down pain here. Yeah, they do. 81%. Thanks, Galacta. Working their way through. They've retreated slowly, made sure they haven't lost any members. Adam keeping the team topped up with that Avatar livestream. Cosmic Cluster just on cooldown. Here comes the backline dive from Vinny. And also from Djalia. They're trying to really get onto Korova, but Korova able to get away here, tanking through, turning it round. Forced to retreat though. Their team not looking as hot as they are. Karmic Revival though, but they get wiped out fast. They're going to try and get out of the cocoon in a safe position. But it does mean that they aren't able to use their body to use that Karmic Revival, but they only really bring back the Mantis here. But it's still allowing Nightmare to get some bodies on the point. Hogs diving deep, dropping low, but they've driven back Mutants. Overtime ticking down. Vinny trying to buy the time for their team to respawn. Djalia already getting whittled down. And it looks like they may just save their stuff for the second round. As Nightmare dominating that early setup in the Imperial Institute of Science as we head into Stella Spaceport. Will we see any switch-ups here? Vinny, hello there. These teams just seem to be constantly learning from each other. As Vinny hovering and looks like he may be locking in on the Incredible Hulk. Apathy, not the person who usually plays it, but is in this case hovering a Namor. As Djalia wants to stick on that Psylocke. You can see those shields appearing on the members of Nightmare. The Rocket getting the value. And swapping back to the Mantis. Is this Hulk going to be the game-changing pick? The Mutants think it is. Trying to match Hogs. Portal coming out. They're already there. Nightmare getting zoned back a little bit here. Ooh, bit of holding back the jump. A little bit of damage here and there. Vinny not going too aggressively. Trading shots. Position advantage currently for Mutants. They have better positioning for the objective, but high ground belongs to Nightmare, meaning they have a good angle here. The Hand of Khonshu to zone them away as Apathy has swapped back onto the Moon Knight. Vinny getting healed up. Moving quickly, moving fast, keeping mobile, giving pressure. Playing this Hulk like a Venom, in fact. In, harass, out. In, harass, out. But now, on the point, trying to drive back those members. Indestructible guard from both Hulks as Vinny forced to retreat. Healing coming out. Eye of Agamotto from TTK. Locking down a couple members of Nightmare. Nightmare tagging through though. Gasklin taking out the fight, but they still have Hogs. Hogs buying time. Korova with the Karmic Revival, bringing people back into this fight. Super Gomez takes out both the healers on the backline. Hog sent down into battle form, as is Vinny. No, Vinny is ulting, going into Hulk Smash. Nightmare take control. Vinny has been in this fight since we jumped onto them at the start of the game. Will they have their first elimination? Yes, they will. Vinny taken out. Avacey on the Moon Knight. Sailing across. Dropping the damage. Hogs doing the best they can. Working away at the enemy team. Almost available to take into that Hulk Smash. But they're going to save that. A little bit of extra healing, a little bit of extra damage. The Arc is down, trying to chase onto the backline. 49 to 36 currently in favor of Mutants, but the point is held by Nightmare. Aya Agamotto comes out, only really finds Apathy. But Apathy may be enough as Hogs continues to hold the point, buy time, zone out the backline. Keeping the sustain. As Nightmare finally take the lead. Could be looking to close this out and put themselves onto match point. Dust of the Butterfly coming out from Super Gomez as they were dropped low, buying themselves a little bit of extra time, but Super Gomez is chased down once that ult expires, but they still were able to pick up a couple KOs. TTK is wiped out by Korova though. 73%. Nightmare tanking the best they can. Hogs with that indestructible guard. They're delaying, they're buying so much time here. What the Mutants have, Apathy is what they have. Bringing back the Wolverine one last time. Hulk Smash! Hogs buying the time. Djalia with the Dance of the Butterfly takes out both backliners, but they both have Cocoon to bring themselves back into this. They're reviving. Korova, you can see they're moving. They're looking for the right angle to get that Karmic Revival to buy them time on the point as it's 99. The point currently taken by Mutants, but now bodies are here for Nightmare to keep them back in this. Korova goes down a second time, but Super Gomez is here and Apathy is taken out as is TTK at the front line, going down super quickly. Super Gomez working through the members of Mutants here to reclaim the point with overtime on the activation here as they work through Hulk, taking out Vinny, and that is going to be Nightmare taking the series, and they go to match point. Great round by Nightmare. 3-2 in this best of 5. Wait, best of 7. Had a bit of a flashback to like 3 days ago for me. Super Gomez. Another well-deserved MVP here. 12 eliminations. 14k damage, highest in the game. 15k damage block, 19k by Vinny. 24k by TTK, topping damage block chart. Really just giving their all to try and hold that. Top healing, 16k for Aramori, making their way onto the top for once. And Mantis getting value this time. Bit of a quicker game, that one. As such, not a huge amount to analyze here, other than the fact that SJP seeming to struggle, got good healing numbers, really did. But only 5 assists. Their team did not get too many eliminations total, but getting zoned out pretty hard that time. Well, it comes down to this. 1 win is all that is needed for Nightmare to close this series out. Whereas Mutants, they need to now get 2 in a row in order to secure their victory. Let's find out who's got it in them as we get ready to head into match number 6. Match point for Nightmare. Mutants needing to pull off 2 wins in a row. They don't even hesitate this time. Mutants switching up the bands here. They're taking out the Hulk. It's not just an Iron Man buffer anymore. It is now officially a problem. And Mutants remove it. Which means Star-Lord is making it into the game as it's secured by Nightmare. As is Loki, though. The drafts, finally, at this stage, are beginning to swap around. Adam Warlock taken out. And once again, Kurova, it just doesn't seem that bad when you think about it. And then you see it. And Kurova shows you exactly why it's ban-worthy. Every time. You just need one game where Kurova pops off, and then the fear of Adam War God is put into them. Groot taken out as well. That crowd control could be scary.
Pick your hero or villain.
Magneto sneaking in for both teams. This is Hell's Heaven. It is domination. Hogs and Vinny both going to be going onto that Venom. Venom Magneto, classic combo. Apathy. Bringing out the Wolverine once again. Djalia versus Super Gomez. A matchup for the ages. Both of them on that Star-Lord. We have the Mantis Lunar Snow versus the Loki Lunar Snow. Herxerve. Really making the case for this Loki. Just kind of on their own. Making me want to play more of it, honestly.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Teams pretty similar here. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, this could be it.
Wow.
Nightmare are 1 map away from taking the series. This is round 1 of map number 5. As Nightmare look to become your first ever North American champions.
The battle
And
starts
Mutants look to get themselves back into it, to even up the score and take us to a nail-biting final map. Gasklin going to be sticking on that Doctor Strange. Moving off of the Magneto. As they make their way to the high ground. Shots being traded right off the bat as Mutants, they ran to the high ground. Djalia dropping low right off the bat. Here comes the Venom. Vinny locked down. Ryan Mazing already taken out in these fights. Gaskin buying time, but numbers in favor of Mutants. Forcing the members of Nightmare back off the point. That is going to be likely Mutants taking that first objective. Apathy looking for more. Wants to try and get another pickup if they can get onto Super Gomez. Then that would be huge, but Super Gomez is moving so fast. Taken out. As the point goes over to Mutants. Apathy takes back to the high ground. And Nightmare regroup. Nice sneaky Venom. Moving around, they don't see him. Hey, what was that noise? Ah, guess it was nothing. I can't do a Wolverine voice. Hey there, bub. What was that noise? Guess it was nothing. Hey there, bub. Hey there, bub. Hey there, bub. Trying to get onto him. Trying to take out Hogs. But Hogs is so mobile. Hey, get down from there. Get down from there. Swings away. Hogs able to escape. Last stand available for Apathy. Tries to get onto a backline member. Waits for the shield to expire. Finds the heals. Gets Gasklin and amazing TTK on Super Gomez.
That's 3.
And Mutants continuing to dominate. Kurova is wiped out once again.
The halfway point.
Apathy back up to the high ground. The map relocating, moving about. Super Gomez has that Galactic Legend. Finds Apathy immediately, trading shots. Poking away, but that health pool is very big. Super Gomez needs the right angle. Deep into the back line. Blast of Mirage. Straight onto it. Galactic Legend coming out from Djalia, though, forcing Super Gomez to back up. They're holding on to their own, though, so if they can survive through this, then their team will have a pretty good situation where the majority of the big ultimates have been used. There's the Galactic Legend diving onto the back lines, trying to find the right angle, but Meteor M absorbs all of those shots. Herxerve able to set their team up beautifully here. They have the fate of both worlds to buy time. They absorb the Meteor M. Super Gomez on the back, trying to wipe them out, trying to buy time for their team. It's already in overtime. Nightmare are on the point. They finally take out Huxavay. Overtime is shut down, and Nightmare start their own defensive position. Hogs going to be positioned themselves on that high ground a little bit further forward. Harass, delay. Moving into position. Taking high ground. Looking for any overly ambitious Star-Lords, perhaps.
Oh boy, here they come.
Finds Apathy, not the best target to dive onto. Venom. Looking to swing forward. That's the backline. Diving out. Here comes Hogs. Taking out the backline of Mutants as Vinny with the Feast of the Abyss. Zoning them out. Hogs is frozen through this as their team is getting wiped out here. Hogs has nowhere to go. Overtime is pinged once again as Mutants take position. Hogs, they have to give their life for this. They dive onto the point. They don't tick it though. They send themselves up into the air and remove themselves from the trigger area. Mutants back in the game. They've taken the first point, looking to even up the map score. We head to Eldritch Monument. Difficult map due to the rising and falling stairs in the center. Makes some of these flying heroes extra useful.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I literally just at this moment received a YouTube comment from Zephish that says apparently Huxvay, that I've been calling them, is Harvey. So I'm going to call them Harvey. I'm going to trust the comments for the rest of this cast. And if I'm wrong, then everyone blames Zephish.
The battle starts in 5,
Literally just got that comment mid-game here.
2, 1. Be strong together.
Shields are up.
All you need to do is capture
No
the
real hero swaps here. Gasklin sticking with that Doctor Strange. They're going to portal their way in.
Find the walls here.
But how much space are they? How much time are they saving here?
There they are.
TTK making their way a little bit behind the rest of their team. High ground will be taken by Nightmare, though. Ugg getting wiped out fairly quickly, but that was still a solid amount of damage, forcing Loki to drop the healing.
I am ready to put on a show.
TTK poking away. Fate of both worlds being dropped by Kurova and SJP. Galactic Legend right off the back for Djalia. Meteor M available for TTK. And there it is, dropping it right off the bat here into the back line, trying to take out Hogs. Not able to do so. Gasklin on the point. Strange versus Magneto. They're dueling back and forth. Good damage. The point almost in favor of Mutants. Finally, we're going to see the retreat. Nightmare off the point. Mutants start taking the advantage here. Gasklin returning from base. Super Gomez, who's been on the flank this entire time, will get picked off. Right, amazing. Actually backing up to the rest of their team. They're just waiting for people to spawn, being patient. Gasklin going quite far forward on their own. Well, they can afford to. They are tanky. Teams respawned. And the assault begins. 23% currently for Mutants.
Shake it up.
Poking away. Djalia harassing from the air. They've given up on their own start on a Super Gomez has moved onto the Psylocke. Right, amazing. Gliding away as they're getting focused down here. Ancient Ugg to buy them some time and zone away as Djalia is finished off. Super Gomez takes out Harvey. Aya Magamoto not really finding anyone, but they've still got a momentum. And Super Gomez takes out one. Amazing gets the second, and Vinny is wiped out by the Psylocke. Apathy is all that's left. Down they go as Nightmare reclaim control. Their first percentage of this round. Clearing the cover, making sure that there's very little for Mutants to hide behind. Mutants begin making their way in. Hand of Khonshu, Fate of both worlds, Dance of the Butterfly, all at the ready. Arc dropped, immediately taken out of the backline. Taking out those lucky clones. Here comes Apathy! Lovely dodge by Ryan Amazing as Apathy dives deep, getting focused down and picked off, but the healing is beautiful as SJP joins their team in the front line. Djalia with the Galactic Legend to try and turn this fight. Here comes the hand of Kanchu to drop some of that damage output. Gasklin forced into the high ground. Nice snipe as Ryan Amazing is taken out, but SJP and Harvey are dropped here. Down goes Djalia, and it looks like Nightmare may be able to hold on to this as they will even up the points. 54-54, but Nightmare's score keeps climbing. The Eldritch Monument working out in their favor for the moment. Holding on to the position. Gaspen sees the rotating Vinny. Make sure that they know that they have been spotted. Retreats onto the point, takes the high ground. Can see everyone here. Doesn't really want to get caught out if they can help it, so we'll drop back down low to make sure they are in heal range. Team's looking for the right angle here. Super Gomez continuing to harass the backline, finding the right angles. Dueling Djalia, who has also swapped off the Star-Lord. It is absolutely a Psylocke versus Psylocke game. 95, 96, Nightmare looking to take this to a last point, which could set them up to win the series. Apathy trying to isolate people here. Ryan Amazing dropping loads onto the butterflies onto the backline as they take out Harvey. SJP is down. Ryan Amazing doing the damage. And that is TTK taken off the point. Is there anything left to hold here? Vinny up and down, swinging in and out, but they are down and we are heading to a final point. If Nightmare win this, they are your North American champions. If Mutants win this, we are heading to a final game number 7. The tension is so thick you could cut it with an arc, and they're not very sharp. It would take bleeding ages. But we calm down. We get ready to set ourselves up for this final point. Fighting over the jetpack. Gonna give it to Dr. Strange.
You commune with ancient gods once in a blue moon, right, Doc?
Nightmare.
But to serve as one's
The pressure is on.
Yeah.
Can they hold down in the grand final match point to become champions? It's a lot of pressure for a team.
4, 3,
Do they have the nerves?
1. All you need to do is
The Jeff Speed, they're going for it this time. Aramori pulling out all the tools in their shed. TTK this time going to be the one dropping the portal for the team as they will get onto the point a little bit faster. Gaskin getting zoned back a little bit here. Ryan Amazing already dropping down to 2/3 health. Picking it away, getting some good angles, adding a headshot.
focus on the battle.
Who wants a piece of me now?
Looks like the mission area is yours.
Dive once again from Vinny, their job. Doing it perfectly, focused down the backline as by time, Fate of both worlds being dropped by SJP. Ryan Amazing's got a pretty good angle up here, but they're going to creep their way in. Vinny onto the backline, really putting the pressure on. But they're holding it for now. Ryan Amazing pushing forward. Here comes the dance of the butterfly. Ryan Amazing forced to dash away, but Djalia picks up the double there. Kurova and Hogs down. They get the triple with the shuriken dash. Super Gomez tries to get a trade-off, but Mutants take the point from Nightmare. 11% for Nightmare, but Mutants, their percentage has only just begun as they fight for their tournament lives. Some may say the difference between second and first place is about the prize money. But it's not. It's about the bragging rights, the honor, the victory. What just happened? I think my computer might be struggling with doing this many games in a row. It is hot in here now. Vinny getting focused down, back it out.
We are undefeatable.
Right, amazing. From the side, trying to take out the Loki healing. Galactic Legend, Apathy doing solid damage. It's Apathy this time. Gonna be onto that Star-Lord. Right, amazing. Arc is down, Long dropping a little bit of damage. Position still being held as Vinny is diving deep, buying their team some time, doing good DPS here. Shield out. Yamamoto takes out those backliners. And Mutants keep hold of the point. Apathy looking to try and get onto Hogs. Take out those backliners, not able to finish the job, forced to dash away. Getting healed up by the Lokis. Position being taken. Super Gomez on the flank. So much extra pressure, but Apathy is still going to get healed up. Hogs diving into the backline. This room is the Venom room. Beast of the Abyss. They're forcing to use it to back out, though, as they drop so low in that fight. Korova healing up the teams here, as that is going to be a big blaster there. The Blaster Barrage dropping huge damage as Apathy is trying to whittle down the members of Nightmare, but they can't seem to finish anyone. Super Gomez. Damage output is good. It's going to be casting that finishes off Vinny. Super Gomez holding the point for the moment, just trying to get that damage output. They find TTK from behind. 99%. Mutants were so close to getting back into this game, but Nightmare, the percentage begins to climb. And with every single percentage point that goes up, the hopes and dreams of Mutants to become your inaugural Marvel Rival Championships champions begin to slowly slip away. Galactic Legend coming out from Apathy to try and bring them back into this fight, to try and remove Nightmare from the point. Yamamoto comes out, no one gets stunned out. Harvey has the ultimate steal as Apathy is working their way through the members here. The Prawn of Proteus comes out as Ryan Mazing is swamped onto the Namor. They're burning through, but Mutants, they're not going down. Both these teams are just so tanky. SJP, Blaster Barrage as Apathy goes in, puts their body on the line as they force Nightmare off the point, at least temporarily. Buying time. Nice dodge by Apathy with the backwards flip there. Dance of the Butterflies coming in from Super Gomez to try and force them off the point. We're back onto overtime for Mutants to keep themselves back in this. They get them. They get Super Gomez. Ryan Mazing is down. And Mutants are back in it. In overtime, they take it, bringing the map score 3-3.
Another epic victory. Big win.
It comes down to this. Apathy. Well-deserved MVP there. Really picking up that Star-Lord when it was needed. Both teams abandoning it in favor of those Psylocks at one point. But Apathy says, hold my claws. Gives up the Wolverine and brings out the Star-Lord exactly when it was needed. 23k damage. Almost tied for top with Super Gomez, but Ryan Mazing eking them out with 24k. Top damage blocked. Going to be over to Gasklin. One of the top tanks NA for a reason. TTK did their best, really tried to match them. Hogs and Vinny so close as well in terms of damage blocked. Healing output, 39k for Korova. What do I have to tell you guys to respect this person? Korova is absolutely cracked. Legend. And it's only the first season. Season 0. Alright. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm going to go and get us set up for map number 7. Don't go anywhere. I'm your caster Tetcher. Like, comment, subscribe. If this series doesn't deserve it, I don't know what does. I'll be back with you in a moment. We couldn't ask for something better. It comes down to this. I want to let you guys know that the next tournament run that I will be doing from semi-finals all the way to finals will be Asia, and then we'll be ending this season with my casts of Europe. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications if you want to see them. Starting off, we're heading to Shin Shibuya. It's map number 7. Whoever wins this will be your inaugural Marvel Rivals champions. Luna Snow getting banned out, as is the Hulk. Loki secured this time, as is Adam Warlock. The 2 speciality healers getting their preferences. Mantis! Smart, though. Banned out by Mutants, the best healer to match with that Adam Warlock.
All the difference.
Very clever. The healer's really getting some respect in this round. Kurova still looking to play that Adam Warlock, though. And Aramori hovering the Loki there for a second. That would be brave to play a Loki in the last round. Well, defense for Mutants, attack for Nightmare. Let's see what they can do for what is going to be the last time in North America. Ladies and gentlemen,
We'll be coming in 30 seconds.
let's introduce the
Stay
teams.
strong.
On the left, from the upper bracket, go wild in the comments for them. It is Mutants. TTK is going to be playing the Doctor Strange. Djalia will be on the Psylocke. Vinny bringing out the Venom. Apathy. Wolverine will be their choice to try and close this out. Harvey on their classic Loki, and SJP on the Cloak and Dagger. And on the attack from the lower bracket, it is Nightmare with Gasklin playing the Doctor Strange. Aramori on the Cloak and Dagger. Rye Mazing playing the Star-Lord. Hogs will be on their own Venom. Super Gomez is on the Psylocke, and Kurova is bringing out their classic Adam Warlock. Go wild for him in the comments. Let's get this going. Nightmare on the attack. The pressure is on. Gasklin getting locked down quite early in these fights. Needs the healing output, but getting picked off here. Apathy getting the angle that they need. Position is being held. Trying to force back. Super Gomez there, but their team is getting dove in the backline. They need help here. TTK finally going to start getting that Loki healing, meaning they can turn around and start to deal with Super Gomez, who's trying to get some percentage. Portal coming out for the members of NTR to get them back into this point. NTMR taking the position. Big dive by Apathy, though, taking out Gasklin. Position being held. Dance of the Butterfly from Super Gomez to try and wipe out the defense, as well as the Feast from the Abyss. Harvey taken out. Kurova is down, but has the Cocoon. They are back in this fight. TTK wiping out one. Looks like Kurova went for the full respawn here. Poking away. Damage output pretty solid here. Gomez just waiting for their team to rejoin. Aramori has that bound together. Rye Amazing. Galactic Legends. Apathy holding on to that last stand. And Djalia with a dance at the butterfly. Trying to shut down this defense. God, it's just so weird seeing Wolverine sail across the screen and just coming out of nowhere from the sky. Poke it away. Super Gomez up on the high ground. Getting locked down. Dance of the Butterflies, trying to shut down this attack before it gets too much value. Kurova wiped out, but this is why they saved their Cocoon, because now if they want to, they can revive in this fight. But with already 2 members down, is there any point? No. They choose to just get eliminated, revive in base, rejoin their team, they try again. But Mutants holding firm here. They haven't given a single charge point yet. Nightmare. Their chances at a win are starting to slip away. Gasklin swapping onto the Magneto, giving himself that little bit of extra sustain here. TTK holding down the front line. The flank coming in from Ryan Amazing, putting the pressure on. Galactic Legend coming out to get that damage output in. Aya Magamoto is available as they try to deal with Hogs in the backline as the point begins to tick. 3 members of Mutants are on that point though. The feast from the Abyss comes out as Hogs is sniped though. That is the first KO in this fight as TTK tries to step up into the air. Shield to block that dance to the butterfly as they tank through. Force back to the building once again. The Meteor M to try and zone out those defenders. Apathy takes out Hogs. They're tagging through the revive to get Hogs back into that fight. Did not work out as Apathy was able to pick off them off here. That's 2 KOs. TTK, Magamoto into the back line, takes out Ryan Amazing. Korova does go down. Ryan Amazing is actually able to survive, finally going down. Going to be popping into that cocoon with 6 seconds left. Gasklin goes for the Hail Mary. They need speed to get onto this point. They pick up the Captain America. What a perfect way to close out this North American final with the captain. But he goes down as Mutants look to close this out with a single percentage point. TTK tanking through the portal to buy them time, to zone them off. They're giving it everything they can. But Mutants hold firm. Mutants stand tall. But now, they can't just be a bulwark. They have to be. I've got that the wrong way round. A bulwark is something that's hard to knock down. I've done it wrong. Oh no. Mutants need to attack. It's what I was trying to say. Nightmare on the defense. And there's no harder pressure than having to hold not just the first point, the first third of a point. They have the Adam Warlock. They have Aramori on the Cloak and Dagger. Super Gomez is going to be swapping onto that Star-Lord for the defense. Ryan Amazing yet to pick. But Mutants, they are 1/3 of a cap away from being your first North American champions. And they are sticking with pretty standard stuff for them. Doctor Strange, Psylocke, the Venom, the Wolverine. Harvey on that incredible Loki. And the Cloak and Dagger. Gasklin, last minute swap has brought out the Magneto for that defense. They begin making their way towards the point. Creeping forward. Can they make it? They just need to get onto that point and start that percentage. Currently, there is no one standing on that point for Nightmare. They're trying to bait them. Set up the position. But the creeping is happening. Point is going. They got to get bodies on there. Nightmare, they come in force. Hogs on the point. Pushed off, though, by the Wolverine. Only one member of Nightmare is on the point. It ticks up. It's being held by a sliver. They're holding on. They need to get bodies. They have to get bodies. There's no other choice, Nightmare. It's over! Mutants take the map and the series. In 48 seconds, they have closed it out without a shadow of a doubt. With that defense on the first round, they close it on the second round. Harvey, you deserve it, buddy, as that's gonna be Mutants. They will be your first North American champions. Mutants close it out. Not a lot of damage on the board because that was a pretty short round. But we'll look at the stats anyway. A champion amount of damage from Apathy with 7,800. A champion amount of eliminations from Djalia with 11. A champion amount of damage blocked from TTK with 13k. And a champion's level amount of healing from SJP with 15k healing. an exclamation point on an already incredible season, with two already incredible teams immortalized. Second place, an incredible Team Nightmare. Third place, Solarish. I've seen different versions of their name, but they take third. But your champions, very appropriate for a Marvel game, because they are mutants. For mutant kind. Congratulations to mutants. They are able to secure a victory. They will be your first champions. They take home the lion's share of the prize. And they are immortalized forever in the history books. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This has been the North American Championships. Coming up next video after this one will be the first upper bracket semi-final from Asia. I hope you've all enjoyed. I've been your caster Tetcher. Drop a subscription. I just did that for 2 hours. Give it a like. Leave a comment. Thank you all for watching. Check out my social medias. They're in the description. I love you all. Thank you for all the love you've given me so far. I'm so hyped. I don't want it to end, but it's almost midnight and I should go to bed. Thank you all so much. Congratulations to Mutants. I have been Tetcher, and I will see you all next time.